Hi, my name is Robin, and I'm married.
Hello, my name is Lisa and I'm single.
Hi, my name is Sharmise, and I am divorced.
And today, the girls are getting together to talk about all different aspects of relationships from marriage to divorce to single life.
Mm-hmm.
Interestingly enough, I've lived all three.
Yeah.
Like, I've actually lived all three. Like, I've been single. This is my second marriage, so I've been divorced, and now I'm currently married. So it's interesting, like all three dynamics. Like I get, and you too. Like you get all three dynamics.
Right,
You've
right.
been married. You've been divorced.
So
You've
now
been,
I'm single
now
again,
you're
right,
single, right? So it's kind of weird how you can play in all of those different roles. You know what I'm saying? Um, Ladies, with you guys being single right now, what is the dating life like right now?
Challenges and opportunities. Okay, there's plenty of challenges and plenty of opportunities.
Break that down for me.
So, the challenge is finding an actual mate that's honest and about what they say they claim to be. A lot of chameleons are out there and they want to
She
be
said chameleons.
correct because they change their colors often.
Adapt to their environment.
And to get what
What is
they
that?
want, whatever that environment is, in order for you to like them. And then when you like them, the real person comes out. So when you meet somebody, you're meeting their representative, that I like to call it. And as soon as you get comfortable, their representative leaves and you're stuck with somebody and you have no idea who this person is. Because they're nothing like they portrayed themselves to be when you first met them.
So I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Interestingly enough, that don't change with marriage. I hate to be the bearer of bad news.
It do not.
Because the person
does not.
I married isn't necessarily the person I'm married to, right?
Okay.
He gave me all of the best foot forward, right? Like I saw all of the hot shit, you know what I'm saying? Like all of the cater to you and all of the, I'm like, give you the world. And don't get me wrong, like, because I wouldn't still be married if he wasn't just a good guy, right? However, the real came out. You can't put on the good face for so long because once you marry somebody, you have to see the good, the bad, and the ugly. You have to see them go through loss. You have to see them go through, financial issues. You have to see them go through anger and, fights and shit like that. Like, so it can get ugly. So I think the representative is all the way around.
Yeah, I see. The one thing that I've learned since being single, being married, and divorced is one, right? You have to go through all seasons with people. You do not know a person until you've been through multiple seasons. And I've also discovered that most people do not know how to date. Like we take a class for everything except dating, right?
Oh, absolutely.
People go on the dates and they think, okay, we went out 2 times, we together. No, that's not how life works. That's not how you date. I like you, you like me, we together. We are not in third grade.
We go
anymore,
together.
right? You gotta worry about that
Exactly.
aspect. And I feel like for me, I may be in a little bit of a different boat than Lisa is because I still want to have children. So now that I'm dating and I'm divorced and I'm older, I have to find a man that still wants kids and or does not have a bunch of kids, because I don't want to do that yet either. Or I find guys who have older kids and they're like, I don't want to start over. So I'm not, my pool is good. I don't subscribe to there's pee in the pool because honey, if you walk past the pool and it's green, don't jump in. So I don't subscribe to that, but my pool is definitely smaller because I want to find a guy who still wants to get married, which is a whole other thing, especially in the Black community now, and still wants to have children. And then you have to date them and figure out how a person dates, because most people don't know how to date. See them through the seasons and then move to that next point. Coming out of my divorce, I had no idea. I didn't know how to date, and that's just, I'm single. I was very much I want my Prince Charming type person, so I was not dating a lot of people at the time. I was waiting on Disney.
The Disney dream.
And I thought I had it, and that was a frog that never turned into a prince, so it's a whole other story. But that was because I didn't know how to date and understanding what it means to have values that you're not going to fold on. Because everyone has values, right? I want this, I want him to have faith, I want him to be a stand-up guy, but then those red flags that people talk about now, that we didn't really address back then, we don't address them in the relationship. And if you have your top 10 values and that person does not meet all of them or 9 of them, what if you choose to walk into that relationship, there's going to be some points in your life that are going to be unhappy because you guys are not in alignment. And we don't teach that, like making sure the person is in alignment, not just that he's tall or handsome or has a job, because maybe that means nothing if he's mean and selfish and doesn't even value family like you value family, right? Those are all things that are very important that we really don't teach our young ladies how to date. We teach outside appearances. How do we look together? Do we look good on camera? Okay, that's the person I want to be with. But are you in alignment is a bigger picture that we need to address.
So it's wild. It's a couple of things that you touched on that I wanted to kind of backtrack to, because it's some stuff that we talked about in one of the classes that I take. And first, about this Disney thing. So I found out something interesting in class, literally this past Thursday. So apparently, what happened was with the whole, Disney making this whole, looking for your Prince Charming, and, everything went around trying to make it where, women wanted to aspire to marriage and made marriage attractive and things like that. Well, what happened was it was actually, I guess, more or less a government plot. Because when women started having the option to not get married, because you remember women there was a point where women did not have the option to not get married. But when women started having the option to not get married, the government stepped in and said, whoa, we got to figure out a way to make women want to get married. We got to make this look attractive. So that's how that whole Disney dream started. And they started pumping it in commercials and movies and things like that, So I thought that was wild. Like, I was like really, really wild. Like, because you got a whole couple generations that went around on this Cinderella story and looking for a Prince Charming. I was joking with my husband about it the other day, and we were in the car, and I was just being silly. And because my daughter loves Disney princesses. And I was just like picking apart Disney princesses. And he went to talking about Sleeping Beauty. And I said, so random dude sees a half-dead girl in the woods and his first thought is to kiss her? That's not weird.
That's assault.
That's not weird.
Are you not awake?
That's not.
Here, let me assault you while you're sleeping.
That's not sexual assault at all, So, but that's what they did. Like, they wanted to make this whole thing like just attractive. It had to appeal to women. So now you got all these generations with this unrealistic expectation of marriage because you got all these women looking for this Prince Charming. Everybody's looking for this knight in shining armor that really does not freaking exist.
No.
He doesn't exist.
Nope. No man is perfect.
No man is perfect, but you have to have basic fundamentals, something that are aligned. We have to be equally yoked. We have to be in pursuit of the same dream. But again, people marry for different reasons. And if you talk to people who are really in their marriage, very few people marry for love. They marry for security. They marry so they're not alone. And then they marry for other reasons. Like, I need to get out of the situation I'm in. You're a man, I'm a woman, let's get married. And that all equals a road that you're going to walk down that leads to destruction. You're going to destroy the person you're with. You're also going to destroy your life. And so it's the inconsistencies in society that has torn down many families and many relationships because no one wants to be honest about what they're really looking for. Nobody wants to be honest. I'm going to tell you again what I think you want to hear and move on from that, because guys want a Barbara Billingsley. They want someone that will cook and clean for them and shut up. They don't want you to complain about nothing. They want to come and go. Bills. Yeah, they don't want to even pay bills now. They want a woman that is independent, who shut up, who cooks, who cleans, who does nothing. And all they do is come in and say, I got a wife, I got a girlfriend. And their roles somehow are blended with a woman's roles, and nobody knows their position. So we're all just moving along, but nobody is taking the lead anymore.
Well, let me add on to that, because I was thinking about this when you were saying we were going to talk about gender relationships. And I think that it is only in the Black community right now that we have this thought process.
That's not true.
No, wait, hold on. Because, and here, let me tell you why. And I'm not saying that other races won't have the similar thoughts, but the way we are in our society right now, the whole, and again, before I say this, let me put in my little, preface. Disclaimer, right? I don't subscribe to a lot of this stuff because, again, what I believe is going to happen for me is going to happen for me. However, there are a lot of things that people believe right now and are doing that are perpetrated in social media, video, whatever you want to say it, that are affecting our community, and it's not affecting other communities. You don't hear Indian people talking about all these women dating me are just gold diggers. They don't talk about that. Mm-hmm. They don't. I've never heard an Indian woman being called a gold digger. And their whole society is set up as a man is going to take care of that woman. Chaldeans, biggest gold diggers in the world. You know what? No one cares. Their society is set up that a man is supposed to take care of the woman. Now, I'm not saying that woman is not going to go to school and go to work because, again, Chaldeans, Indians, other races, they go to school, they go to work. But the man still is saying, I'm going to take care of them. Only in the Black community is if a woman wants something, she's listed as a gold digger from the very beginning. They don't know her, they ain't paid a single bill, and that's why we have this thing now where a lot of men are like, I want a woman who's 50-50. I don't even see the point of getting married no more. Why I'm getting married just so I give her half of my money. Sir, you don't even have any money to give. But that's a whole nother thing, right? And so now when you're dating and you're saying, oh, and again, as my experience as a Black woman and listening to all of these different conversations, we now have this invisible chart where Black women are becoming obsolete. Your value has diminished. You're only worth something to this sort of imaginary line. And then all of a sudden, if you at that age or that weight and you have not married your Prince Charming by then, you're worthless. And if you want a man with money, you're a gold digger. But you have people like, oh God, what is his name? Is it the football player from Colorado? Is it Travis Hunter? He just won the Heisman Trophy?
Yeah, just won the Heisman. It is Travis, yeah.
His girlfriend couldn't even celebrate his win because she was mad about something on national TV. A little other. I don't know what she was. I'm going to say other. No one said a word. They were like, oh, he should pick somebody else. Had she been Black, leave that wretched whole gold digger there. She only with you because you're going to the pros. He's engaged to this little girl and no one cares. And I'm not saying that it's all Black men perpetrating that. This is really tying into how society views Black women and the marketing and media that's put out there to destroy the Black home that does not take place in any other race.
So I'm going to tell you something though. Again, interestingly enough, this exact same conversation came up in class on Thursday. I am at University of Michigan, the Dearborn campus. Mm-hmm. At the Dearborn campus is a melting pot. Mm-hmm. Now, keep in mind, Ann Arbor is, we're not going with that.
We're under attack right now.
Yeah, we're under attack. Yeah. Go Blue. I love Michigan, regardless of what campus it is. I bleed maize and blue. I love our school. Let me just put that disclaimer out there right now. But the New York Times exposed Ann Arbor.
And it's always been a way.
However, the Dearborn campus is a melting pot. Mm-hmm. And we were in class on Thursday, and I am in a women's studies class that is full of different ethnicities of women. Mm-hmm. And interestingly enough, I'm sitting there as one of, I think it's 3 Black women in that class. And I wasn't even the one that brought that comment up. And neither was the other 2 Black women in the class. Mm-hmm. It was the other races of women in the class that brought up the exact same comment that you just made about how, women lose value the older they get, and how women are viewed, and how they feel that they're losing value, and how, if they get older, mm-hmm. they can't get the high value men, literally. And I sat quietly because I thought as well that this was a Black woman issue. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And I think it speaks to us only being able to see our tunnel.
And
No, I don't want to say this is my tunnel, right? Because if you look at media, it doesn't portray it like that. Now, I'm not saying they're not going to have some of the thoughts. I'm not saying that some of the thoughts are not going to spill over, because again, whatever black people do, we lead, everyone else follows. So if black men start saying women don't have value, then of course it is. Now that is a society thing, right? That's not just new. Obviously, it's always been that way. If you weren't married by the time you was 25, you were a spinster, right? So women
Period. No matter what race you were.
Right, women have always held that, but now we've never called men high value men, which is a whole nother conversation of what is considered high value man. But it's just the fact of, it seems like more so for black women, one, we have the lowest rate of marriage, right? Typically, and I can go back and find numbers.
I think we should go back to dowries though. Like you should have to start paying these girls' daddies to marry them.
Well, that's
a whole nother subject.
Okay.
That's a whole nother subject.
Okay, so let me touch bases on some things. One, I don't think that it's just a black woman thing. I think that as a society, and if we roll it back, when did all of this decline in value in women? And that is when, back in the war, and women said, we have to go to work.
Can I fight them?
Because...
Can I fight them?
No, they didn't.
I want to put hands on every one of them.
No, ma'am.
No,
ma'am.
Check this out.
No, ma'am.
I want those
hands.
Ma'am. I saw them at the parade. Like, they did a whole thing at the parade, and it was like a bunch of them at the Thanksgiving Day parade, and they had on the little bandanas and the little things. Yeah, they was all dressed up like her, and I was like, I want to fight all of them. Cause how you opt out? Cause when I was younger, I used to be like, hey, I am woman, hear me roar. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, I wanna go out and I'm gonna do this, and I'm a independent woman. And
never said that.
I wanna opt the hell out. How do I wanna fight them?
Let's look at why they did that.
I wanna fight. I know why they did it, but who said it was supposed to be long term?
But see, it wasn't that at all.
Jesus.
It wasn't that at all. It wasn't that at all. The issue was that at that time, women didn't make the same amount of money as a man.
They still don't.
Okay. In addition to that, let me get to my point. In addition, they didn't make the same as a man. In addition, what they made couldn't take care of their families. So they were forced into marriages that they didn't want to be in because they needed a man to help support them. Where were the men? The men went off to war, and the men had to fight. Men died. So that's why women said, you know what? I need to work. No, you're a woman. You stay at home. You find you a husband. No, I need to work and take care of my kids. So I have to work. And that's where that movement came from, that I should work and get paid because I don't need a man to do what I can do for myself. And that's why men rebelled. Men rebelled. They didn't like the fact that women were working. And when they came back, they had self-worth. You shouldn't take that, because their self-worth and their tolerance for what they endured made us strong women we are today.
Okay, I'm with that. Listen, I'm all for the self-worth. I am all for the I am woman, hear me roar. I'm with all of that. But this is what I propose. And y'all hear me out. If y'all want to be a part of my movement. This is what I propose.
I'm recruiting.
I propose that you should be able to like sign up on one of the sides. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should be able to be like
trials and tribulations.
Right.
Rest and blessings.
Right. I want him to pay a dowry to my daddy and take care of me, or I am woman, hear me roar. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be able to, because I don't want to do this no more.
But see, the thing is, if you want someone to pay property for you, you are somebody's property.
Ma'am, is he paying the bills? And do I get to stay at home? And ma'am, if you're saying that you're a property, then it goes back to that mindset from them. Lisa,
is a man will tell me what to do,
Lisa,
where to go.
I am married. What is the difference? That's all I'm saying. Because at the end of the day,
if you're supposed to be a submissive wife,
right? I'm married. Because look, don't get me wrong. There's some shit that I'll sit up and be like, I ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Right? It's not
like there's some shit that I'll be like, I'm ultimately not doing that. But if he, I'm gonna do this whole, he the head of the household, he the man of the house.
Yeah.
If I'm doing all of that any damn way, what's the difference?
But that goes into
listen, because let me tell you what.
You shouldn't marry somebody you don't respect.
Exactly. You shouldn't.
And the other thing is,
and you shouldn't marry him just because you need money in order to survive. But people do that,
Oh, I definitely agree with that. But I guess my caveat to it would be, the movement would be, you don't have to marry him, right? Because back then you had to marry. Like your daddy would find.
You just date everybody. I just date everybody for life. We not doing that.
No. Like your daddy would find the dude, and you had to marry him, right? So my caveat would be, you don't have to marry him, right?
Mm-hmm.
My caveat would be that you find that person for you, that person that you respect and that respects you, just like we do in marriage now, right?
Allegedly,
just like we're supposed to do it.
Yeah,
just like we're supposed to do in marriage now, right? And when you find that person that you respect, he respects, y'all have this mutual respect for each other, this mutual love for each other. First of all, people can stop talking about being happy in marriages, because happy is a freaking emotion. Like, if you trying to be happy all the damn time, you got this wrong already. You got this wrong already. You're not gonna be married, because if you trying to be,
not gonna work.
That's not gonna work. So I'm not even talking about happy. I'm talking about wholeness.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can find that person that y'all make each other whole, I don't mind submitting to somebody that makes me whole, because if I'm submitting to somebody that makes me whole, that person also respects me. That person is not going to treat me as property. That person is not going to treat me and disrespect me and treat me like I'm less than him. So that's all I'm saying about this movement. Like, all I'm saying is, can I opt out of the part that say that I got to go to work and do all this stuff because I want that wholeness and I want to be the housewife? That's all
You
I'm
could
saying.
have.
That's all I'm saying.
You could have did that. But
my husband
you
said I'm
went
a
to
liar.
school.
Yeah, he says I'm a liar.
Yeah, I was like, you went
He
to
says
school.
I'm a liar.
You got, have multiple jobs, multiple businesses. Not once have you said, Vaughn, you know what? I'm going to sit at home.
I tried it over the summer.
No.
Vaughn, 10 years later, I'm going to sit at home.
No.
I tried it over the
No,
summer.
that's not you.
But-
There's nothing wrong with, I shouldn't say that. In a relationship, if a woman works and a man works, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't necessarily believe that a woman who, if she doesn't want to, has to sit at home and just raise the babies and things like that, right? It should be based upon what you want in your relationship.
Right.
And that goes back to your values.
Right.
And what if
Right.
you're in alignment. From the beginning, you should be telling your person that you're dating, my intention is to be a housewife. I do not want to
Don't drop it on them after you're married.
Amen.
I'm working.
That's what I'm saying.
working right now till my Boaz comes, so I have to pay bills because
That
I'm
part.
at home. However,
Exactly.
in this marriage, in this relationship, I want to be a housewife. And if he says okay, boom, you got one. But if he says no, I want a woman at work,
He ain't for you.
That's not.
That's
can
not
you,
your-
Can
that's
you
not your
say no?
person.
Can you walk away?
That's not your
If people
person.
don't
No,
walk
they
away,
don't.
No, they try to think they're gonna change him.
you cannot change a man.
Exactly.
You
I
cannot.
have one of the guys that one of my masseuse, his wife, she wants to be a housewife, and he was like, you knew going in your lifestyle isn't conducive to my paycheck, so you gotta work. You gotta work.
I gotta work.
You gotta work. And he was like, he be mad.
Hold that. Okay, keep going. I'm the pen. I'm the pen.
And he's very upset, and then she mad, and then I quit my job today, and he just be
Oh, he
livid.
livid.
He living. He was like,
Because
well, you
that's what
better
I
find
told you.
He was like, you better find another job. He was like, because we cannot live the lifestyle you want to live on my check. And he said she knew that going in.
You want
And
filet mignon on a ramen noodle budget.
You have to adjust.
Burger.
If you want to be a housewife, you have to adjust either the lifestyle you want with the means that your husband can provide. If he cannot provide the lifestyle that you want without you working, then y'all not aligned and it ain't gonna work.
Man, you gotta take that Mercedes back.
Baby.
Quickly.
So that brings the whole income and what you want. That brings up two things on my mind that I've recently happened on Facebook. whatever you watch, TikTok. One, the problem that they have with Lisa Ray. Talk about she doesn't want to date a man who cannot maintain her lifestyle.
Wasn't she married to a prince or something
Yes,
like that at
yes.
one point?
And so she was saying, like, sir, I'm not going to date you if where I go for lunch breaks your budget.
And
Because
that
I'm going
makes
there for lunch.
sense.
You can't take me to dinner. I need somebody who can maintain my lifestyle. And again, I can't say all races. I'll hold off on that one. Black men were livid. You're old. You're busted. You had your time. You don't deserve nothing.
You ain't diamond no more.
You ain't diamond no more. You need to date what you can get. And I'm like, where's this line that says once you cross here, you're worthless, no matter what you have.
Mm-hmm.
She has a career. She has money. She's still a very beautiful woman. All of a sudden, she's obsolete and she doesn't deserve a man who can take care of her. They did the same thing with is it Claudia Jordan?
Mm-hmm.
When she talked about something, I'm not gonna date the bus driver. I'll date the owner. She is a millionaire. Why would she want to date somebody who can't afford to buy her the Hermes bag she already has?
It's almost like once you reach a certain age, you are required to
Accept less.
downgrade.
It's not even age though, because it's age and how you supposedly look and how much you supposedly weigh. Like, it's so many factors that tell women you don't deserve this, but only to end up with a man who's going to cheat on you.
What I will say,
Because they say once you reach a certain amount of money, you're not faithful, you're going to cheat anyway. So why are we fighting for this rich man to cheat on us?
what I will say, and I've had women get mad as shit at me about this. Don't be no damn nickel looking for a dime, no.
True.
Like, don't have your list out here.
And you don't match it.
And you out here like, I want him to make 6 figures. I want him to be 6 feet tall. I want him to have muscles. I want him to do this. I want him, heifer.
What do you do?
What do you do? How many kids
at
you got? How many, like, don't be a nickel looking for a dime.
Completely agree.
If you spent your 20s whoring, having babies, loosening your coochie, and then you get to your 30s and 40s and you think you supposed to go out here and get the dude that's been establishing, building, taking care of himself, you out your rabbit ass mind. That's what I will say.
Agree.
That's what I will say. I'm sorry. I
don't have nothing against that.
Period.
You got to be able to match my energy.
Match the energy.
You got to match. If you.
If he got a table, I need you to have a table too. I ain't even talking about what you bring it to the table. I'm talking about everybody got a table.
But see, now I wish there was a man in the room, because then he gonna tell you none of that matters. Men don't care about your education, your job, and what you have. They just want somebody to bring me peace.
No, they want a young chick to bring them peace.
Then the woman brings them peace, and like all she want me for is my money. But you know she ain't had no money when you met her.
You wanted that. They have this image in their head that they whore until they don't want to whore anymore. And when they're ready to settle down, they go find someone that's not equally yoked to them. They find a young chick that they can manipulate and control. And that's what they want. They want somebody they can manipulate and control.
Oh, I think that's a good place for us to put a pin in this, lady. I think that can go.
A rabbit hole.
That
I
can
can take
go.
it all the way down.
That can go. Ladies, I appreciate y'all for sitting with me today.
Thank you.
Oh my God, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all for sitting with me today. We're gonna have to do this again.
Absolutely, because I
gotta do that.
Part 2 after we see the reviews.
Right.
Because that little thing she said.
Well, look, that's what I said. I'm gonna put a pin in that.
That'll take you somewhere else.
I gotta put a pin in that because I had things to say.
I got a lot.
But I'm gonna put a pin in that because listen, my husband 11 years older than me, so I'm gonna.
And does he want to manipulate and control?
Oh hell no!
Oh, so
I can't be manipulated and controlled though. So that's the other problem.
Mm-hmm.
He might have tried it.
Housewife who ain't working.
He might have tried it. And even with that, he know he can't manipulate it and control it though. So, but again,
if you
that's about
working,
making me whole. No.
Yes.
So let me tell you. Let me tell you.
You were not working and making your own money, and you wanted to go get your hair done, and you mouth off. He will walk right out of the door. You won't have no money in your pocket.
Absolutely.
So let me tell you, I spent 7 months this year not working.
Man, that don't count. That don't
How does that know?
Because y'all, you already deep in the game. 2 kids. He know you work. He know you down, and you gonna get back up. You not in that place forever. That's not where y'all
Like,
started.
Exactly. You
He
have
didn't,
a
he didn't
means.
pull you out the gutter like, come on, baby, I'm gonna clean you up and make you a housewife.
There's
You already
a
had your
means
own.
to
That's
the
a
end.
completely different situation.
Exactly. There's a means to
You
the
tried
end.
though. I love you.
It's cute. It's cute, though.
You
Yeah, there's a
We'll talk
means.
about it another day. We'll talk about it another day. Y'all ain't gonna do me. Listen, thank y'all, ladies. I appreciate y'all and I love you.
Welcome,
All right.
welcome.
All right, we out.